We're talking this week about the Canaanite woman, the story in Matthew 15. Her daughter is severely demon-possessed, and she's called a woman of great faith. Only two people get that, the Roman centurion and her. And we've been tracking her journey of faith and the challenges that she faced. Like there's silence from God. It's indicated that healing is only for the Jews, not for the Gentiles like her. And then things get worse, because Jesus spoke to the woman and said, it's not right to take the children's bread and toss it to their dogs. So now he's calling her a dog. Now she knew what he was saying. The Jews were the children and the Gentiles were the dogs. Everybody knew that. The Jews saw God's blessing as the children's bread. Gentiles were outsiders. They were dogs. And maybe the Jews who watched this Canaanite woman beg Jesus to heal her daughter were thinking to themselves, the kingdom of God, the power of God is for us, for Jews. We're not going to let the dogs in. Imagine a family with 3 kids and 2 dogs, and it's life group night, small group night. The dogs are put out and everyone's told, don't let the dogs in. Mother puts out a plate of crackers, cheese, chocolate biscuits, and it's all set out. A few minutes before the people come, the dogs get in. Make a mess, muddy footprints, dog hair, eat all the food. And everyone asks, who let the dogs in? So who let the Gentile dogs into the kingdom of God? It was God. God let the dogs in when he sent Jesus to break open the door of salvation and make a way for the Gentiles like you and me to come in. Aren't you glad God let the dogs in? Still, back to the Canaanite woman, no one wants to be called a dog. In Jesus' day, most dogs were mean, ugly strays. They're like scavengers. But when Jesus suggested the Canaanite woman was a dog, he wasn't using the word for stray dog scavengers. He wasn't insulting her. He wasn't shutting the door, because he uses a word that means a little dog like a family pet. Immediately she sees the door is open. Glimmer of hope. Watch this. This is faith. This is a high level faith. So Matthew 7:27, Jesus says, let the children be filled first. With the word first, he was suggesting there will be a second. God always intended the gospel message to reach all people, you and me. The woman responds, yes, Lord, yet even the little dogs under the table eat from the children's crumbs. First the Gentiles, then me, first the Jews, then me, a Gentile. So she admitted she's an outsider, that she's a dog, and therefore she has no claim to the child's portion. She just asks for the crumbs. She realized that a pet dog is a master. So she said, dogs eat the crumbs that fall from the master's table. It's like she says, call me a dog, that's okay. But if I'm a pet dog, it means I've got a master. Stray dogs have to fend them for themselves. Pet dogs have a master who will provide for them. Jesus, you are my master. I'm one of your pet dogs. I know you will provide for my need. That is great faith. Some of you have a dog. We had a dog for a while. It lasted 10 days in our house. We weren't set up for having a dog. It just wasn't our style. Though it was a beautiful dog we had. But how do you treat pet dogs? Is what this Canaanite woman understood. You feed them. You shelter them. You provide for them. You care for them. You even treat them like they are part of the family. So this Canaanite woman thought, no, I'm a part of the family. Sure, I'm not one of the Jews. I'm a Gentile. I'm like a pet dog. But I know my master, Jesus, will take care of me. And we know her faith was answered.